This video is unique. Never before all 51 portrait drawing rules were collected in one lesson. This tutorial is prepared by Vladimir London, a Life Drawing Academy tutor. Let's begin. Rule number 1. The level of eyes divides the height of a head in half. Rule number 2. The height of a face is 5/6 of the height of a head. Rule number 3. The height of a face can be divided into 3 equal parts, from the top of a head to the eyebrows, from eyebrows to the base of a nose, and from that level to the bottom of a chin. Rule number 4. The width between ears is comparable to 2/3 of the face's height. Rule number 5. The distance between the outer corners of eyes is comparable to the distance from the eyebrow to the middle of the chin. Rule number 6. The distance from the ear to the back of a head is the same as the distance from the upper eyelids to the base of a nose. Rule number 7. The distance from the bridge of a nose to an ear is the same as the distance from the bridge of a nose to the chin when seen in profile. This distance is also 1/2 of the head's height. Rule number 8. The distance from the eyebrow to the ear is the same as the height of the nose. Rule number 9. The distance from the bottom of the chin to the pit of the neck is equal from 1/3 to 1/2 of the face. Rule number 10. The height of an ear is equal to the height of the nose. The ear's bottom edge is at the same level as the bottom of the nose. The ear's top edge is at the same level as the top of the upper eyelid. So far, we covered 10 rules of portrait drawing. There are 41 more to go. I have to say that the proportions you see here are not absolute rules, but a guidance of what to measure from life and apply in drawing. Should all people have the same proportions, every face would look the same. With this in mind, let's continue with this set of rules. Rule number 11. The eyebrow's end points to the lobule of an ear. Rule number 12. The width of an eyebrow is equal to the height of a nose. Rule number 13. The width of a nose wings is comparable to the distance between eyes. Rule number 14. The bottom edge of the lower lip divides the distance between the bottom of the nose and the bottom of the chin in half. Rule number 15. The distance from the bottom edge of the lower lip to the base of the nose, divided into 3 equal parts, gives the top and bottom edges of the upper lip. Rule number 16. The distance between eyes is equal to the width of one eye. Rule number 17. The width of a head is equal to the distance from the top of a head to the base of a nose. Rule number 18. The height of a head is equal to 7 eyes. Rule number 19. The bridge of the nose is on the same level as the upper eyelid. Rule number 20. In the 3/4 view, there should be a small gap between the nose and the eye. We covered 10 more rules of portrait drawing, and I hope you are learning something new in this video. These rules are collected from various sources, including sketchbooks by Leonardo da Vinci, classical canons of head and face proportions, as well as discovered by Vladimir London during his long creative and teaching career. All these rules are taught to the Life Drawing Academy Correspondence Course students who receive unlimited personal tutoring from the Academy teachers. Such a collection is not available anywhere else, and it is the first time in the history of man when all these rules are collected in one presentation. You are welcome. Let's continue with the next 10 rules. Rule number 21. The corner of a jaw is one the same level as the line between lips. Rule number 22. The seventh vertebra is about 1/2 of the face lower than the base of a skull. Rule number 23. The axis of the first pairs of ribs is tilted between the pit of a neck and the seventh vertebra. Rule number 24. The sternocleidomastoid muscle inserts right behind an ear at the base of a skull. It spirals around the neck. Rule number 25. If you continue the trapezium's outlines, they will point to a chin. Rule number 26. The ear channel is aligned with the middle of the neck when seen in profile. Rule number 27. The width of an ear is 2/3 of its height. In some people, this distance measures as 1/2 of the ear's height. Rule number 28. The height of an ear can be divided into 3 equal parts. The top part is taken by the crura of antihelix, the middle part is concha, and the lower third is taken by lobule. Rule number 29. The line where an ear connects to a head is tilted at about a 15-degree angle. Rule number 30. The crus of the helix is not connected with the tragus. It inserts down into the concha. We already covered 30 proportions, and there are 21 more rules to examine. Such rules are very helpful when drawing portraits from life and imagination. There are many more things to know when it comes to drawing portraits, and such know-how is covered in the Life Drawing Academy course. To see what this academy is about, check out its free video lessons at lifedrawingacademy.com/free. Rule number 31. The inferior crus is connected to a head, and the superior crus of antihelix supports the helix. Rule number 32. The eye has a spherical shape enveloped by eyelids. The thickness of eyelids should be depicted in portraits. Rule number 33. The upper and lower eyelids are not symmetrical. Their axis is tilted. Rule number 34. The upper eyelid is a bit bigger and thicker than the lower eyelid and overlaps it. Rule number 35. The upper eyelid overlaps the iris more than the lower eyelid. Rule number 36. The iris is a circle that appears as an ellipse in perspective. Rule number 37. The distance from the top of the mouth to the bottom of the chin is 1/4 of the height of a head. Rule number 38. The width of a mouth is 1/4 of the head height. Rule number 39. In the full-face view, the corners of a mouth are vertically aligned to the inner outlines of irises or pupils of eyes. Rule number 40. In profile, the distance from the chin to the neck is compatible with the distance from the mouth to the bottom of the chin. We already covered 40 rules of portrait drawing, and there are 11 more to go. Such a canon of proportions is not set in stone. You can measure different models and discover many new proportions. What I want you to learn in this video is how to deal with portraits by drawing what you know instead of making amateur mistakes without understanding what to measure. Such a constructive drawing approach greatly helps in drawing portraits from life, memory, and imagination, and this is what we teach in the Life Drawing Academy courses. Rule number 41. In profile, the distance from the chin to the back of the neck is equal to the distance from the mouth to the top of the head. Rule number 42. In profile, the distance from the mouth to the ear is comparable to the thickness of the neck. Rule number 43. In profile, the distance from the chin to the ear is equal to 1/2 of the head's height. Rule number 44. The upper and lower lips of a mouth envelop 3 virtual spheres. Rule number 45. The lower lip is a bit shorter than the upper lip. Rule number 46. The upper lip of a mouth is protruding forward more than the lower lip. Rule number 47. The prominent points of the upper and lower lips of a mouth are aligned with the points of the chin. Rule number 48. The bottom edge of a cheekbone is on the same level as the bottom of a nose and the bottom edge of an ear. Rule number 49. The base of a skull is on the same level as the bottom of a nose and the ear channel. This is the level of the head's rotation axis. Rule number 50. All facial features and key points of a skull must be parallel to each other in drawing. Rule number 51. For portrait drawing, it is better to use the parallel perspective than two-point perspective. As you can see, this drawing in parallel perspective is less distorted than the previous one in two-point perspective. In another series of videos, I will talk through various rules and know-hows of figure sketching. Subscribe to this YouTube channel not to miss out on new drawing video lessons when they become available. I hope you have learned a thing or two by watching this video on portrait drawing rules. This is just a small example of lessons that students get in the Life Drawing Academy courses. Imagine how much more you will discover in this academy. There are 2 courses at Life Drawing Academy, online and correspondence. In the online course, you will get lifetime access to 52 video tutorials on how to draw realistic portraits and figures from life and imagination. This course also comes with unlimited support from the Academy tutors, which includes your artwork's critique. Such service is provided at no extra cost for as long as you need it. However, if you really want to get the advanced level of drawing skills, take one of the best drawing courses available today on the internet, Life Drawing Academy Correspondence course. If you take this option, you will get a dedicated professional art teacher who will guide you all the way step by step, task by task, teaching you all you need to know about drawing from basic fundamentals such as constructive drawing principles, perspective, proportions, and composition to such advanced topics as depicting emotions in portraits, sketching figures in motion, composing figurative artworks, and so on. In this course, you are guaranteed to achieve the advanced level of drawing skills should you complete all 100 drawing tasks that will be demonstrated and explained in detail. All you need to do is to follow your individual drawing curriculum that Academy tutors will design specially for you. To get an idea what these drawing courses are about, check out free video tutorials at Life Drawing Academy/free. If you have any questions, send us a message on the contact page of this website. We will be happy to help. See you when you enroll,